Hello Leo, welcome to your reading for May the 9th until the 15th. We are going to be looking at some current energies, some other impacting factors, some spirit guidance, possible outcomes, and also a Keepers of the Light Oracle card for you at the end. So please also remember to take what resonates and please discard the rest because these are general readings. Let's call in the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and any other consciousnesses vibrating at the, in that frequency of unconditional love. Most welcome to assist with this reading today. Always grateful for any high frequency assistance, and also thanking our higher selves for being present as we can communicate in those realms also. Let's begin. We're going to look at some current energies for you, Leo. Wow, Five of Swords, King of Cups reversed, and the Magician. Okay, so there's been some mental and emotional kind of things happening. Possibly, like it's almost like here that something that perhaps an energy that you're in at the moment is that, if you've been humming along quite well kind of emotionally with, your connections and things, maybe something sort of just happened to that sort of rocked your boat a little bit. Okay. And you've got the Five of Swords here, which is, it's like a conflict has sort of happened and you've kind of come out on top, but the reason for the conflict is a bit uncertain. So, and it may even be that you've come out on the losing end of that, and it may have been an argument, a type of a communication. Maybe you received, a letter or some communication sort of to the effect of either you've been successful in something or that you haven't. Okay. And this can also be a card of the ego kind of running the show a little bit. So, it could also be that you come into an awareness a bit of your ego energies, and this is kind of perhaps what's, rocked your boat a little bit, and maybe you're kind of like, well, that argument or that conflict, I'm not feeling, comfortable with it, whatever it was. But at the same time, you're also realizing that you have the potential, you have the tools, the knowledge and the skills to create a different scenario, or to perhaps rectify the situation, or it may be that you have the skills to be able to move yourself out of this energy into something that's, obviously like that, where you are, you're okay with everything else going on around you, despite everything else going on around you, So the Magician is a really positive card. It's a great energy, but it can also be that card of nothing's actually, it is potential that can become manifest. It's not actually manifested yet. Okay, so maybe you've identified your potential, you've become more aware of something about yourself or of a situation that's sort of, you become more aware of what's going on possibly. Let's look at some other factors impacting as well. And this could be perhaps a relationship connection as well there's been an argument and then there's been a bit of an upset. And okay, so you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Three of Wands, Swords. Okay, so yeah, the Fool's come out reversed, so it's almost like, you're wanting to move forward out of that energy, but it's almost like it's a little bit blocked, that you're feeling a little bit like some energy is just kind of holding you there at the moment. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles has come out reversed as well. So this is something that's perhaps throwing you off as well in terms of your ability to perhaps do your self-care that you normally do. So whatever it is that you have to look after yourself, perhaps it's kind of put a little bit of a damper on that. And, you know, this is that literally the heart and mind here. That is, yeah, so there's been either someone in this argument has recently experienced a bit of a heartbreak, or that's what the situation is about, okay? So, yeah, let's look at some spirit guidance as well. Yeah, it's like you are definitely wanting to move on from it, but you, and you can see that there are new potentials, you know, presenting themselves to you. But let's just have a look at some spirit guidance. We might do some clarifying on this reading too. Spirit guidance we have. So, Spirit, what's some helpful hints for Leo? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay, and the Knight of Cups. Isn't that fascinating? So, perhaps this connection you experienced was a mix of, like, obviously emotion, but perhaps there were communication issues, and also that kind of became affected you emotionally. But here we have your spirit guidance is that you have the King and Queen of Wands, and here we have the Knight of Cups, bringing in the good news that you know, these signs here. I mean, the Queen of Wands is okay, I get what this is saying now. So it's almost like there's been almost a simultaneous disempowering that's been going on of both parties. Okay, been disempowering. We experience disempowerment, even though there is still potential there. Okay, and there's been a bit of heartbreak over it, and things are kind of, you know, wanting to move forward, but there's not quite the ingredients there for it. But Spirit's saying that what's sort of required is that both of these people need to build themselves up spiritually. So they need to, you know, here we have the Queen of Wands being herself here, and we have the King of Wands just doing his thing over here, okay? Now, you know, they might look like chalk and cheese, actually. Like, they might look quite different personalities, but Spirit's sort of saying that is the point, that the reason for us being here in order to move into our authenticity is that we need to find out what it is that we love to do individually. So sometimes in order to be in a partnership, it requires us to have, you know, a healthy amount of self-love, and to be able to care for ourselves rather than perhaps placing that burden on someone else to make us feel loved and to look after us, okay? So, I mean, it could be that, because directly under the Three of Swords here, which is the, you know, the heartbreak, is the Knight of Cups. So it's this bringing in of a new feeling of inspiration, of love, of connection, of you know, creativity. And I mean, the King of Wands here, I mean, he's actually being quite creative, you know, and we all have divine feminine, divine masculine aspects. So it could even be saying that if this is not about a partnership for you, if it's about you experiencing something, say, you know, at work or whatever, it could just be it could be indicating for you to just start cultivating your own divine feminine, divine masculine. Now, if she's not looking happy, that's not to say that, you know, that you're grumpy or anything like that. It's just, it means that one of the the characteristics of the Queen of Swords is that she is a strong individual and she's not afraid to be herself. Okay, so she's not reliant on someone else for her sense of identity. Okay, she's got a strong sense of that within. So, you know, in terms of feeling, stronger within, this could be the spirit guidance, is to just cultivate more aspects of yourself, possibly, and take what resonates, you know, and just remember that lots of these, with these readings, parts may resonate and parts may not. Okay, so not everything I'm saying is going to resonate. Okay, let's look at some possible outcomes as well. And yeah, Four of Swords. Okay, that makes sense. Strength and justice. Yeah, so I mean, while you might not feel, you know, that strong at the moment, and that, you know, it's not that justice is not being served, you know, the outcome in the upright is the Four of Swords, which is to really just pull back from the situation, take stock, and here we have, I really like this card, how he's out, you know, in nature with the trees here. It's just perhaps going out in nature as well. And, you know, I mean, another outcome is that you may have challenges with, what's this, challenges with, you know, cultivating a sense of inner strength, but directly above that you have the King of Wands, which is really about doing something fun that's going to help you shift your mood and help you to feel more positive. Okay, and that will help your feelings of, if you're not feeling, you know, strong and that type of thing, because anything that can raise your frequency is going to help you to feel a little more resilient, if there are, you know, if there's a situation going on that's more challenging. Okay. Yeah. Justice. So, and this is also just a hint to try to, like, if your sense of justice has been coming from outside of you, if you feel like you've been having to tick other people's boxes, try and now work out on what internally justice means for you. Like, what is your internal sense of truth? What is true for you personally? Okay, and what is going to be in most alignment for you? It may even be that this connection, you know, for example, if this was a connection at work and it was a particular job role and it was just not, if it didn't feel in alignment for you, you know, it may be that you need to start looking at your toolbox here. What other skills and abilities do you have? Can you move sideways in your place of employment? In other words, are there perhaps different job openings that could resonate more with you? Or would you need to perhaps do another job? Or is there more skills that you could build upon and do some professional development so as to be able to cope perhaps more effectively with these type of energies here? I mean, it could be that, you know, if you're on the receiving end here and you've come up against someone that's sort of like fully in their ego and they're just like lording it over people for the sake of it, and this is just throwing you, then it's, you know, it could be about really building yourself up and capitalizing on your strengths. And that's what this here in your spirit guidance is about, building yourself up. Okay, and doing that as like a gift to yourself, you know, as like, okay, I'm going to gift myself these experiences or this training or this this environment, or with these other types of people that I feel built up. Okay. Yeah. So let's grab a Keepers of the Light Oracle. So Leo, if you're feeling a little bit on the back foot at the moment, I can totally resonate with that. And, you know, yeah, that thing about shifting frequency is going to be really helpful, I think. Let's see if we have a Keepers of the Light guide to help you with this. Hilarion, Divine Healing. Okay, I haven't actually pulled him before in a reading. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, wow. I've just got chills right now because this is suggesting here. I mean, the King of Cups is generally a sensitive, caring, compassionate person. And it might be that this altercation, whatever it is, has really thrown you off of your game, okay? But it's saying, and if you're feeling like, oh, okay, I must be too sensitive, don't put yourself down for that, okay? It's saying that to honor that, to retreat and recharge, which is what is happening here, okay? To retreat and recharge, your light can support others. So it's honoring your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal, okay? And honoring your sensitivity. I think that's really nice, Spirit. Thank you for putting that in there. Your light can support others. And that's what I was going to say, was that when you build yourself up, okay, you will, and the wands are a very strong suit of passion and spirit and soul connection, okay? You have the potential and the ability to support others, okay? Your light can support others. Let's just quickly read. Here we go. Okay, it says here, Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. So he's an ascended master, okay? So you can even call on him in a frequency when you're doing your meditations, okay? Okay, so he lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of Saint Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, so after a while he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. So isn't that interesting? Wow, yeah. So if you're feeling sensitive, you can definitely call on him for assistance. The extended message says, the world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe place every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time, so that you can recharge and feel whole. And I think that's what may well be this reading is saying, because it's almost like spiritually and intuitively you know that you have a lot of potential. Okay, but external circumstances have kind of pushed you into energies that are not, they're not that harmonious for you at the moment. Perhaps some of the energies you're dealing with, okay. But when you can retreat and recharge and build up your inner strength, your spirit guidance row here is really positive, because you have these wands cards and this, your cups, your incoming of love, okay. So this is also perhaps a call to look at some heart healing. And this green color, like, I don't know if you're getting the energy from that, any energy frequencies, but and that's the heart chakra too. So definitely healing and being out in nature. And look at the synchronicities here. This is very green, this grass here too. So really retreating and recharging to build yourself up, because your sensitivities are special gifts, creative, spiritual, intuitive gifts, right? So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that was helpful. Yes. So please have a lovely day and an awesome week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye for now.